Kevin Love is averaging 36.1 FanDuel points per game this season over 12 games. He was at 32.2 last year, so about a 4-point increase. Nothing super high. And if you look at things per minute, last season he scored 1.02 FanDuel points per minute, and this year he's up to 1.12, so pretty modest. But last year he had 19 games with at least 39 FanDuel points in 77 attempts, and I know that's an arbitrary cutoff, but really it's no more arbitrary than saying 40 points. So he scored 39 points in about 25% of his games. He's been there at 6 of 12 this season, so half of his games. And so I wanted to dig deep and kind of figure out what's changing. And there's not a big change in his touches. He's about 63 touches each season from this year and last year. And he's actually down in points per touch. 0.254 points per touch this season, down from 3.22 last year. His usage rate is up from 21.7% and 23.4% in his first 2 years. Right now he's sitting at 27.4% in terms of usage rate. One thing that I found interesting is his post touches are up a full touch, 3.9 this season, up from 2.9 last year. Not a big shift in rebounding rate, which I thought, well, maybe he's just rebounding the ball like he could. Overall, 17.8% total rebound rate last year, 18.2% this year, almost identical. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But I found that his average shot distance was 13.3 feet this season, closer than last season when he was at 15.2. And then if you look at his three-point attempt rate, it's down to 32.6% from a career high 44.9% last season. And that's just how many of his field goals are three-point attempts. And I think that's leading to some offensive rebounds that weren't there in prior seasons in Cleveland. His offensive rebounding rate is up to 10.2% this year. It was 6.5 and 7.0 in his first 2 years in Cleveland. And if you exclude his final year in Minnesota, he had a 13.5% offensive rebounding rate. This is kind of a new, quote-unquote, old Kevin Love. I think he's the Cavs are getting him the ball in more of a post situation. He's not as reliant on the three-pointer, and I think it's leading to more consistent rebounding efforts, and I think that's going to lead to more consistent FanDuel games if you look at it on a game-by-game basis.